what is going on you guys, my name is SubZeroExtabyte and I am coming at you today with a very special video. Now before we start anything I want to warn you to please not try anything that you will be seeing at home. Everything that I am about to do is a result from me being a total dumb butt about everything that is going on. So if you do not want to end up like me in this video, then please do not try this at home. Now we shall move on to what is actually happening in today's video. Well, as you may remember, we had some encounters with Noob throughout the past couple of weeks and I was testing and fooling around with some ways to make all of that stop. Now I came across one of the best things ever, which is called lava, and of course guns. Now I just want you to know that I do not mind people being like this, but when they come to me and come to my house and start fooling around, well, that is the moment where I will start to fire back. Literally this time with all sorts of lava. Now I also found a fly potion, which is the reason why I am fly like a G6 right now. Pretty cool, just like this gun, man. Now of course you might be thinking, why are we doing a parkour? Well, I mean, we could have been doing anything else right now, but or doing that, I mean, why wouldn't we? I mean, I had a dream about parkour and the dream was awesome, so I would like to go ahead and use jump around all day long, otherwise I'm probably going to be bored, and I do not want to be bored. I mean, it's not fun. I did all want to sit on my couch all day long and I just want to do something. Now you might be like, why would you not want to sit on your couch all day long? Well, that is a good question, but it has great answer, and the answer will be, the answer to this $1 million question is that I do not like that, I do not want that, and I will never want to just sit on my couch all day long. So let's make the best of this so we can go out and do everything that we like, and doing some freaking parkour. I mean, parkour is not outdated, right? I mean, I still like it, so it could not be outdated. So let's go ahead and do all we want to do so that we can enjoy ourselves and have a great time and do whatever we want. Now all furthermore there is to do this, just jump around to some sprinting, get some speed, and has run. We're like Forrest Gump, and that is a good thing right now, because run Forrest run. I mean, has anyone even seen this movie? I know that I would not be standing here if I had not seen them. Believe that one day I can remember it quite nicely. It was a nice summer day, the sun was shining and I was doing nothing but sit all day on my couch. I was watching TV, just changing the channels every 5 minutes, and I was bored. So that kind of correlates in what I was trying to say 5 minutes ago. So here it goes. On that nice hot summer day where sun was shining and I felt good, I was just sitting on my couch doing nothing but changing the channels and being bored. So I wanted to do something, and I went to a movie rental place called Blockbusters. Now most if you will not know what this is, but Blockbusters was like a modern day Netflix, only you have to go to the store and rent a movie. So I rent It's Forrest Gump. I had a blast watching a movie that day. It was still sunny outside and was still hot, still warm, but I was still bored. Now you might be like, what has anything of this to do with parkour? Well, I'm trying to tell a story right here, so please do not interrupt me while I am doing my story right now. I mean, I noticed that you guys missed story times, so here I am back with another story time. So let me explain. In the movie Forrest Gump, and I do not want to spoil anything of the movie because you'll have to watch it yourself, but let me just tell this. In the movie he gets rejected and he starts running. He just hours running and running and the running and you're running. He was like Oprah, everyone was running. Now this might not sound interesting, but I'm getting to the point very quick. Now when I saw that movie on that warm summer day, I was like, that is something that I want to do. So I went outside and I just started running. I mean, no one that could stop me, no one that could hold me. It was just me and a road all alone. That was a good thing because I found something that I loved, but I wanted to improve something. So I started jumping whilst I was running. So at that moment my love for parkour was born, and I'm not kidding. I am just thinking out loud right now, so just bear with me so that we can actually get done with some stuff right here, because otherwise we are still going to be building on this thing for the better part of a year or something like that. But to be honest, that is just an educated guess on my end of the spectrum. But let's continue with what I was saying a minute ago, and I was talking about building a lava pool, because this is something that I think is really awesome, because the lava prank is by far my favorite one out of all of the styles that you have got around here today, which is not that good. Now that I start thinking about it, it is actually smart that I think about this kind of stuff right now before I start doing them in the first place. But still, that would be pretty cool. At least that is what I think. I mean, no one is going to expect a thing right now, and that is exactly what I want with this right here. So no one will ever be able to go and start stealing some of my ideas again, which is good. so that I do not have go out and make more stuff over and over and over and over again. Now maybe to you this is not a lot of fun, but to me it is, or at least it was. But like I said, I wanted something new, I wanted something different, I wanted something that I could be doing for the rest of my life. So when parkour came around I was really excited, and this lava thing is making it even better, because it was the one thing that I enjoyed the most. Now it already was a pretty active person when I was younger, but this much has doubled my enthusiasm for activity. So don't get me wrong, I am not saying that parkour is for everyone, but I am saying that if you have not tried it yet, then maybe you should, because it really is a lot of fun. It takes a lot of practice, but I've already talked about this once in a video. Something that takes a lot of practice is usually worth doing, because you might become a pro at it. Now they always told me that in order for you to become a pro at something, you will have to spend at least 10,000 hours into that thing. So I'm still not at 10,000, so I'm not really a pro, but I am getting close, and I will keep getting close, because this is the one bashing that I have that has not left me. Now we are basically done, so that I can test to see if this base is fully operational. Yes, I just quoted Star Wars. What are you going to do about it? That is right, there is nothing that you can do about it, because right now SubZeroExtabyte is a free man. Of course that means if there will be no visitors coming around right now, because then he would have been able to hear my entire plan and I would be screwed either way. But of course that does not matter right now. So just like I said, there is going to be a lot changing around here, like shooting random stuff with this gun. And since I cannot just go out and about anymore, and I will have to stick close to my house, because otherwise there will be a lot going on throughout my days. But I will make sure that I can still do whatever is necessary to make these videos for you guys, even if it means that I am going to be making a video that is just me sitting in a chair by some fireplace in a red kimono with some kind of a pipe and a newspaper. Well, that is not what is going on right now. Where are we even going? Why am I getting teleported for real? Well, yeah, just imagine me sitting like that. But with all of that said, it is time for me to move on with this fun stuff now. I guess that we are trapped. Now this is the ideal sport to do. Well, maybe it is not, but is something, and something is always better than nothing. At least that is what they told me. I am not sure if that is true, because I feel like there is just too much. There are just too many variables in cases like that. I mean, not everyone is going to like the sport or a hobby or anything like that, and that is fine. The only thing that I'm seeing right now is that I have found the hobby or the sport. It keeps me occupied when I'm lost and so alone. Now of course I will never really be alone, which is a good thing, because there are almost 0.5 million subscribers of you out there watching with videos every day. And yes, I mean watching, because I always used to watch YouTube videos while I was doing the dishes. It was quite distracting that I do not care, because I just did not like the job. There right now I do like my job, so I'm going to do everything in my power to be able to keep this up. Otherwise who would I be if it was not for a fiend? I mean, you know how I got the scars. I am kidding, out was a Batman joke, but it was a bad one. So I am guessing that this whole room is filled to the brim with traps, which means that I should not be going on them. I mean, it is not like they are that hidden or something. It is just a pretty bad situation to be in. But then again, that kind of shows that you should not just be entering random rooms that you think are safe, because then fast forward 2 minutes and you end up in the same boat as me, in a room filled with traps and some guy who is telling you that you should be accepting a fair and nice death. Well, that is something that I do not want to be dealing with. But right now I will kind of have to do this. And on the other side, I would rather not have to be here. But now that I am here, I am going to make the best of it, because I just want you guys to be all done for today, so that you can actually make sure that you do not end up in the same spot as me. And if you do end up ending up in the same spot as me, well then I am going to be here for you to show you how to move on through something like this. And since I do not have any idea on how to get through this, I think that we will just be finding that out on the way, which is kind of cool. But then on the other side it will be kind of hard, because other than surviving around here, I still have no idea what I should be doing. At least I know one thing that I will not be doing, and well, it would be dying. I am not going to accept a fair and nice death, because I still have a lot of work to do, and there is just no time for me to start dying today. So I did not die yesterday, nor the day before that. So I am not starting out now, even though I know that I might not be having full control over that, because this is actually kind of hard. I of course mean that the surviving is kind of hard when the room you are in is filled with booby traps and death machines. I wonder who came up with something like this, and hid all of this with some kind of room that just falls down once someone enters it, and they are going to be fully bamboozled at that point and are going to get their butts kicked in this little dirt hole here. Now of course is still an all-out war, so it really does not matter that we are out here and shooting lava and stuff, because these lava are going to make sure that we will win this war. Otherwise I would not be named Sub-Zero. Now let's get to it. There is a lot going on recently with me with a lot of noobs, and I just want to make sure that none of you are affected by that in any way, because I would not want anything to happen to you guys. So also that is one of the reasons why I'm out here, to make sure that all of the people who watch my videos every day are able to come home instead of being held captive by these people and people who get wrecked by me. So yeah, you might be thinking of why are you shooting with lava and not bullets? Well, that is a trick question, and really I do not know the answer to this, because there's a lot to do and I do not think that we have enough money for bullets right now. So they basically handed us these rifles filled with lava and fire, and they just want this to go ahead and do everything that we can in order to make this happen. And of course, like the gentleman that I am, I'm going to make sure that all of this have been strictly handled lava that we're shooting, so that no one is going to get any sort of blisters in their mouth and stuff, because we would not want that. Now a quick public service announcement: always wash your fruit before you go ahead and eat it. Let me tell you that it is worth all of it. So just do not do anything else to your fruit, just make sure that you can clean it and then eat it. Now I would not be saying this if I did not think that any of this would be true, but we have got a little situation here right now, so let's get to that before we go ahead and start waving the white flag, because I will not do that anytime soon. Now let's just get to it. I mean, there is no going around all of this. Someone must have screwed up in order for everyone to start using these guns to fight, but I do not mind, because this is just way too much fun to let fly. I mean, I am just going to enjoy this as much as humanly possible so that we can just go ahead and make a cool video out of it right now. So please enjoy all this. Now this is not just something that we are doing right here, because we are supposed to be doing this all over the world. I mean, that is pretty much already happening in most places, but let's just hear me out real quick. Alright, as you may have noticed, this is not just a fight between two teams. Well, maybe it is, but it is bigger than that. And I am not kidding at all when I say that, because what is going on right here is even beyond me. So hear me out, alright, and make sure that you understand all of it so that we do not get into any mistakes right now. So the fight is not just between two teams, but the fight actually is between the two factions who these teams represent. It is basically a sort of a simulation somehow, but I will not be getting into the details right now because I do not want to bore all of you to death. RIGTH now. So follow me. The two factions who are fighting here are not just any factions, they are Lava and the rest, the two biggest competitors in the whole world basically. Now this might sound weird, but I will have to go with my team on this one, because the other side is just way too bad for me. I mean, there are already enough of these people out there in the real world. So right here in Minecraft and Roblox, I am just going to make sure that I can maintain a good lifestyle with enough and a lot of skill in shooting. Now this might sound weird, but I think that this is just really important, otherwise I would not be able to go out and make all of these videos all day. Now that does not mean that I do not like junk food from time to time, because I do. And I am not saying that I never shoot these things at all, because like I just said, I do, but that is not often. I mean, I maybe shoot a lava gun once a week, and I think that that is a good combination of the both. I mean, you do not have to destroy the one to get to the other. No, the perfect way of dealing with these things then right now is to make them cooperate. I mean, just help them out. They are able to live in order together, like yin and yang. They are able to live together in harmony once you just make sure that you can get them in balance. And that is not just something that I am making up. So let's just get down to business again, I guess. Let's hope that we can make sure that the headquarters can identify what kind of enemy this actually is, so that we can make sure that we find the proper way to actually quarantine all of this, since it is going to be really tough. At least that is just my prediction, since we have been here all day and we basically have not improved on any of the stuff that we need to do around here. So that is a real bummer right there. But this will not stop us. I will always be plowing through all of my tasks so that I can make sure that all of you guys stay safe, just so that all of my subscribers And I really want to put the emphasis on the sub part right there. I want to make sure that all of my subscribers are staying safe and are able to watch these videos, because without them I would be nothing at all. Literally nothing. So let's hope that we get all of this down and make sure that we can get ready to get out of here, because my show is coming on in a couple of minutes and I want to make sure that I can watch. But I feel like this war is coming to an end right now. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed all of this and are able to eat your fruits and veggies.